My name's Andrew Kempston-Parkes. I'm the Liberal Democrat candidate for North Yorkshire County Council here in the by-election for Bilton and Nid Gorge.
So you're replacing Jeff Webber that sadly died. Did you know Jeff yourself?
Really well. Jeff and I sparred lots. Jeff was a man of real principle, very strong views. Quite often we would spar and debate over things a lot. We didn't always agree. But I always respected Jeff's opinion. He did some really great work, particularly around homelessness and providing affordable homes for people. Those are two of his great passions, that and his kids and his wife Pat. Served his country in the RAF and a really amazing Liberal Democrat, somebody who really stood up for local people. He'll be missed, and I've got big shoes to fill, but I hope I'll do his memory proud.
So what's your own background then around, what do you do work-wise?
Work-wise, I run a small firm of chartered surveyors in Harrogate, so we carry out mortgage valuations, home buyer reports when you're buying a property. If someone's got a patch of damp or a crack in a building and they need any advice, they come to Kempston-Parkes Chartered Surveyors. Quick plug there, sorry.
So, are there elements of your work or your experience then that makes you the candidate for Bilton?
Certainly, I've always believed that housing is a very important part of a community. We need more affordable housing. We need more affordable housing to rent. We need to replenish some of that stock that has been lost through right to buy. I don't think my experience as a chartered surveyor helps in this instance, but I do think I've got an insight into what some of the problems are around homelessness, about affordable homes, and why that's important for every community across Harrogate and Knaresborough. Yeah.
And are there particular issues in Bilton that you think need to be tackled as a matter of urgency, or what do you need to represent the constituents over?
So I think there are a number of things. First of all, we do have some amazing green spaces in Bilton and Nid Gorge. I've worked on some of those. The Millennium Green, Bachelor's Field, amazing project that I did when I was councillor for the Bilton ward. Community got really involved in that. There's the Bilton Triangle, which of course needs to be protected, and then of course we've got infringements on our green space down at Knox Lane, where this Conservative council looks like they're going to allow hundreds of houses to be built down there. So green spaces are really important for the people of Bilton and Nid Gorge, and we need to protect those. I think there's a lot of concerns about some of the remaining council housing stock that we have and the quality and the maintenance that's being put in there. Local residents report back to me that that's poor, and certainly there needs to be work done on that. The other thing that I think is really important for Bilton and Nid Gorge is that all of the traffic, everyone who lives here has to get out of this area on the Skipton Road. That's either by Bilton Lane or Woodfield Road or one of the Noctis or the St John's. All of that traffic needs to get out onto that road. And the Conservatives constantly fail to deal with the amount of traffic that comes through our town. In fact, they've made it worse by building excessive amounts of property on the edges along the Skipton Road and on the peripheries of our town. And that's been because of a lack of a local development plan, which has allowed the developers free rein. So that's something else that we need to tackle. What this town needs is what York has, and what York's been developing for decades now is an excellent park and ride scheme. If Harrogate had a similar park and ride scheme to York, perhaps with a park and ride centre out at the Old Spring Well, one out at Panel, one out at Goldsborough, then we could use guided bus routes, we could use the rail, we could get traffic flowing more easily. People who needed to come into the town could park on the peripheries, travel in easily and quickly. That would get our town moving, and also it would stop much of that Skipton Road being a nightmare for every resident here in Bilton and Nid Gorge.
Coming up to the 6th of May, you're obviously out campaigning.
Yeah.
people have got questions for you or want to get in touch,
Mhm.
how's the best way to do that if they want to find out more about your
Sure.
campaign?
Well, there's the local Liberal Democrat website, Harrogate and Knaresborough Liberal Democrats. That will take you there. My mobile number 07791 505 116. If you've got a question, just give me a call or drop me a text. Or Parkesa, PARKESA @hotmail.com. Just I'm always at the end of the phone. Always here to help.